electric. Dubs up with my crew. Sports are so eclectic. Feels like dreams come true. Soccer fields are calling.
Hello and welcome back to the second episode of the Roll Brook podcast. I'm your host, varsity football and track athlete Eddie Devins. I'm excited today because our guest today is from a sport that not a lot of people know too much about, and it's something that everyone has a lot to learn about. And we got to get into this quickly, so I'll pass it to my co-host, Ali Stefani.
Hey guys, I'm Marli Smrz. I'm a varsity cross country and track athlete, and we are here with Marli Smrz, our guest star today. What grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
Cool. And what sport do you play?
I play flag football.
Awesome. Start it off. We're going to hand it over to Eddie.
So, as we know, our flag team has been exceptional over the past few years. First year we had it, we won state. Mm-hmm. Last year, I believe we took third in state, if I'm remembering correctly. And the sectional championship is tonight, which if we win, I think we're going to. We're gonna. We will have Willowbrook will be hosting the state championship on Friday, Saturday. So it kind of gives the feel of a dynasty. Mm-hmm. So do you feel that there's some kind of added pressure put on you guys to continue the legacy that has been built over the past few years?
Yeah, I would say that, not only pressure from, our coaches and students at the school, but also from us. We hold ourselves to a really high standard, especially in practice. There's no walking, there's no, energy's always up. We always hold each other accountable, so it's the pressure that we put on ourselves is probably more than the pressure put on from what we've won or what the coaches say to us or parents and students here. So I'd say that it's a good type of pressure, but yeah, it's definitely a lot more pressure than just your average sport.
And I think that's a good thing to have. Mm-hmm. Is just it's more keeping yourself in check, because as an athlete, in the end, it's up to you and only you how you perform. So I think that is a good thing to have. And big win against AT last night.
Yeah, that was...
congratulations. That's awesome.
All the replays.
Yeah, we had we had to stop at the 1 yard line, grabbed her flag, she chased her it was crazy.
She hawked her down.
I saw that clip on Instagram. That was pretty sick.
It was 0.5 seconds left on the clock.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was crazy.
Coach Hildreth just
grabbed her.
That was awesome.
Yeah, the Pie House pictures turned out really,
I'll tell you,
really cool.
Oh, yeah.
He has never been that happy with tackle football. And phenomenal coach. Cannot stress that enough.
Yeah.
Speaking of, what is the coaching dynamic for flag football versus tackle football? Because, for us, Hildreth's the head coach. He oversees everything. We have offensive, defensive coordinators, position coaches. Is it similar for flag, or is it really just, you have or a couple people per side of the ball?
Well, I mean, we definitely don't have as much coaching staff as you guys. Your coaching staff is huge. I'm just I didn't even know.
Coaches though?
Yeah, but they have 20, I swear.
We do not have 20. We have Hildreth as the head coach, and then offensive coordinators, we have Coach Murata, Coach Miller, and then defense, we have Coach Maylock, we have Coach Boswell, we have Coach Kopp on special teams.
Oh my gosh.
And then sometimes the JV and freshman staff.
They help out.
Can't forget legendary O-line coach, Coach Wisner. So that's varsity exclusively 8 or 9.
And then don't the younger level coaches help out?
Panella will sometimes come up.
Maher and stuff.
Maher, Coach Quintas, Coach Thomas.
Everyone.
It's a big process, and so I'm wondering if it's similar for you guys.
I would say in some ways it's similar. Definitely not with the numbers, but Karos is our head coach, so she's kind of who Hildreth is for you guys. Mm-hmm. And then Hildreth runs our defenses. He's the main defense coach. Miller is our main offense coach, so he makes the plays, runs the calls, and stuff like that. And then Thomas helps out a bunch, and Coach D, who they coach the younger levels more, but they help out. Like Thomas is really good with. He helps us on our footwork. He does certain drills that you guys do.
Yeah, I see him working with the receivers a lot.
Yeah, so he mostly focuses on DBs and receivers, and then Coach G is there. He's just fun and he's like a great guy to be around. He's very encouraging, and he doesn't have as much responsibility, so he can be more fun with us and stuff.
Yeah, he's a lax dude. I troll him. I see him in the halls. I'll check him every once in a while. He's a fun guy, and I don't know, I just enjoy being around him. It's a good coaching staff. Everyone's supportive and
very educated on the sport as well, even though it's still new. It's like, and another thing that I really like about the coaches is that even though like Hildreth and Miller came from coaching you guys, they never say like get the linebacker like he's gonna do something. Like they always make sure they say she, and so I don't. It may not seem like it's a big thing, but
that is
with such a new sport and like. It's like they're never like, oh, watch him, watch his eyes. It's like always watch her eyes. And so I think I appreciate that a lot. Is that everything is like not from a guy's like a tackle perspective and they switch it over. So we all really appreciate that.
That is something that most people really wouldn't take into account. So it's pretty cool that they're
able to switch that.
They're able to do that. And I gotta say, like, as a tackle football player, we really don't use like gender-defined terms. It's really just numbers or positions, like watch Mike or whatever like that. You guys say like watch Michelle then?
No.
Instead of Mike, they got Michelle. Mackenzie.
We kind of we describe opposite players and opposite teams. Like we describe them in like crazy ways. It's like we're like the one with the weird hair, or like the one with her hair. Like this girl last night, I don't know. She wears her hair down, and so it's like she wears her hair down.
I don't understand how people do that.
I've seen so many people get their hair. So over the summer, I have that picture. I was at the Bears.
2 hands on her, the girl's hair, ripping her down. Like, man,
I don't understand how
God.
Where's that? Or like in track too, when people run. Like,
yes, how is your hair
supposed to be tucked away?
So the rules for like the long hair that exceeds like your waist or something is supposed to be tucked in the back of a shirt or tucked up in the back, like in a bun or something. Because it's like it gets in the way of the flags, which is what happens at Kendall.
I was at the girls 11 on flag event
that's where it
over the summer, and I was doing scoreboard with a couple other tackle football players, and at first, like, front row seats.
Wait, you got to watch it?
Oh, yeah, I watched it happen right there. And it was an audible, like, gasp from everyone, because the girl is running full speed, and Kendall comes up behind and just reaches for the flag. The girl, it was like a cartoon. It was like she had a rope attached to her back, and somebody like just pulled.
Did she end up falling?
Her legs like flew. Yes, it was hilarious.
In the air and like.
I'm not even too sure about that, but it was just she like snapped back. It was hilarious.
Like a banana peel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the rules have really like that is like one of the main things that the refs talk about.
Yeah. Flag
guarding. A lot of people. Oh my god, it used to happen all the time.
Mentioning that flag competition, the Bears 11, you guys played some really tough competition there. You finished 7th?
It was, I think 6th maybe?
6th or 7th.
Yeah, one correct. Of those.
Is it in the nation or in the state?
No, just in that
little tournament.
It's a 16-team seeded tournament, 4 different brackets. Mm-hmm. Who would you say is the toughest opponent that you've played this season? King?
Just pure off of like the physical aspect is King's that like their girls are really strong and they're way taller than us. We have like somewhat of like a smaller group of girls. Like most of us are not crazy tall or crazy like strong and stuff. Yeah, I'm 5'2" and 3/4. But the thing about these bigger schools is that like the CPL schools, so they like these girls come from all over, where ours is just coming from this little circle around Willowbrook, and so I wouldn't say it's an unfair advantage because again it's still like a new sport, whatever, and like we're all still playing the same game with the same rules, but it's just I don't know. I feel like when Lane Tech has 5,000 kids or whatever, however many.
It's a wider pool.
Right, and they get to choose from all these people where we just have like these 4 towns and we just get like this set of girls in the school. So I think that can go for many other sports and stuff, but I would say King has definitely been the hardest competition that we haven't like seen before. We never played them. Like we've played Taft and we've had like scrimmages with Lane and all of that, but King kind of came out of nowhere and was just
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a school that across all sports I've never really
played.
heard of.
Right. I'd say
And-
most other ones everyone here has probably heard of like some sport. So
And last question in terms of just the sport this season and how you guys are doing. Real quick, what's your guys' record this year? Do you know? I wasn't able to find it anywhere.
it's not updated on Max Preps or
Yeah,
anything,
that's
but
what I saw.
I think we're at like 20 or 20 plus wins with
Dang.
maybe like under 5 losses.
That's a
I
lot
would
of
say.
Pretty turn
games.
it.
Yeah, it's
Does
a
that
lot.
does that take a toll on the body?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yes. I can't even explain. Like some practices,
games
all of us are
a
just like crazy sore and stuff, and then
Mhm.
the games. Okay, I know it's flag football, but it's pretty physical.
It's a lot of I've seen some people get absolutely. I also do the broadcasting. Well,
Yeah.
I try to get out and do a couple. I did one of their games a couple weeks back, and I saw a couple people just getting absolutely
Oh yeah.
bodied.
Oh yeah. I got
And
bodied, and
it's
I
a shock.
like.
Hate to say, really funny.
No, it's because it's just so
out of
unexpected.
nowhere. That's what
It's
I'm
like-
saying.
Because those helmets that we have, like, you know how your helmets have like a little blind side right here?
Yeah.
So ours have that too
I
because they
love
come
how
around,
they're just, stuck out.
like stuck to our head. So they like come around a little bit, and so
Uh-huh.
not that long, maybe I think now a month ago, coming up on like a month and a week.
Mhm.
We were playing LT like Lions Township,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and
My cousin goes there.
it's
Great
pretty, it's a nice school,
Great school.
very very big school.
Yeah.
But so I was playing safety and we were running like invert. So we like, just I'm not gonna explain
You
it.
don't
just
gotta
in
explain
case.
it. Hey, ops might be watching.
I know that's what I'm
Can't-
saying.
Can't give away any
Can't-
tactics. I was
not
gonna
yet.
ask about
Can't give that
most
away.
fun plays to run. Can't
I know. Just
can't
because this
the
weekend's
ops
the
know.
big one.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, so anyways, I was playing safety, and so the QB threw a perfect. I was like, oh my God, that's mine.
Yeah.
I was like right there. So I run in. I have the ball in my hands, and this girl, I swear, she's 2 times the size of me. Because obviously, I'm not that big of a person.
Yeah.
I mean, 5'2" is pretty tall, but
All right, buddy.
anyways. So she bodied me. I dislocated my shoulder, like
Oh
possibly
my-
tore my labrum, and yes, this is. So then I
Quick
had to miss
recovery.
10
I'm
games.
glad you're okay.
Yeah, and like, yeah, I've been out for 10 games,
I
so
did not
I'm
realize
finally just back this past week for playoffs.
Good
so
timing.
I mean, I wasn't even supposed to come back. I'm still supposed to be out, but like Amy and obviously our trainers are very good, so I'm back. I'm doing a lot of PT outside of school, and so I'm back. But like, it's definitely a very physical
Mhm.
game.
Yeah.
And last night, this girl got in my way, and so like the rules are kind of like, if the offense is running, the defense can't really step in front of them.
Mhm.
So it's like most of the time the offense will dodge out of the way or something. So I didn't stop running because it's obviously a big game, and I'm not gonna just step out of the way for someone.
Mhm.
And I ran into this like QB from AT, and like just she's
Little bro
like
school.
laid her out, and she got up and started yelling at Karos,
Mhm.
and she was like, "Tell
What
your girls to relax." And I was like, "This is a sectional game.
Girls
Yeah,
are
yeah,
allowed.
that's
Like
what I'm
this is a
saying.
physical game. I'm not gonna move out. Like you stepped in front of me."
Yeah.
So, like, you know what I mean? So I'd say it's definitely, I'm sorry, I'm getting off track, but it's a pretty physical game.
Yeah. I can imagine. So based on that.
To shift the topic from more of this year to the future, I know that a couple people from girls flag have ended up actually playing at
Yeah.
the next level. I know you play some other sports. Are you interested in trying to play flag at the next level, or?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've been interested since like the first time I stepped on the
Mhm.
field. So I play softball. That's the other, like my other
Yeah.
big sport. And so softball is a very independent team sport.
Yeah.
Like you kind of do everything alone. Like you hit alone. I know you throw the ball to somebody, but it's pretty independent, just like cross country is.
Yeah.
But like you play tag, like it's or football, and it's like a family out there
Yeah,
and stuff.
absolutely.
Like you really got to have trust within your team. Like you make friendships that last like lifetimes and stuff. And so ever since I started playing flag, it's just really been, I don't know, I just love the team aspect of it, and I never really had that with softball. Like, yes, I've been on teams. I've, like, met, like, some of my lifelong friends through softball that I played with, like, my whole life. But, like, football was just something different. And never really having that was, like, I don't know. I just really enjoy that.
A good
Allie,
experience.
I'm sorry you don't get to share that bond because you run cross country.
No.
A lot of that, like, friendship and just, like, family feeling comes from the trials and tribulations that are endured as a
Right.
whole.
Like the
Because
culture.
football is a sport that really is a lot of adversity.
Right.
I mean, play after play, you are lined up across from somebody that wants to humiliate you.
Yeah, right.
It just absolutely just humiliate
lay
you,
you
beat
out,
you
yeah.
up, lay you out. And so having people that are there supporting you alongside you does build a different bond than any other sport I've played, and I think any other sport that is available to play.
I
Yeah.
don't know, because in cross country, it's a lot of what's the word? Hard stuff you're doing, like this.
It's a lot. Oh, I could never.
I could
I
never.
mentioned it.
Never.
I don't even know if I can run 2 miles right now, let
I don't know
alone
if I could do
your guys'
one.
like 8-mile days.
I know, and those are like easy days.
Well,
Like,
okay.
hello.
Yeah, but more so when you're doing that hard of workouts and stuff like that with basically your family, you get really together
'Cause you're
because of
doing it
how
together.
much you're fighting through. Like football is a lot.
No, that
but
makes sense.
when you're together working through that hard stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you come together a lot.
Yeah.
Anyways, so towards your, I just threw it back. We can get that in the bloopers maybe. Towards your future, I know you're a junior, but where do you think you're going to go to college? Or do you have any ideas?
Well, I have a few ideas because as football continues to grow, like, I don't know, because so many opportunities have been opening up for us at the like college level, and so like COD wouldn't be a bad choice. And and it's like then I go there for a couple years, and then maybe it'll be D1 by that point. Because right now it's like NCAA.
And you
For football?
NAIA part.
Oh, and
NAIA.
oh, no, not yeah. That one.
NCAA is just college sports as a whole. NAIA is
You're
separate.
right. Yeah. Okay.
Because it goes NAIA, like kind of JUCO,
Right.
junior college. Then it's D3, D2, and then for football at least, it's D1 FCS,
Okay. Yeah.
and then D1 FBS. D1 FBS is like
The crazy Big
Ohio
Ten.
State,
Okay.
Oregon, the Big Ten schools. FCS, like smaller schools, Drake,
Yeah. Okay.
Montana.
So NAIA is what it is.
And then NAIA is those smaller.
Yeah, and then I
lower
think it's like
population
starting
schools.
to get into D3.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think
I've
it's
seen
like
some stuff about that,
beginning.
yeah.
And so that's like always an option. And then two of my teammates from my freshman year, Emma Anderlich and Kennedy Vinoy.
Their names
they're
were
at
slipping my
Woods.
mind. I was trying to.
Yeah, so they're at Woods right now, William Woods University in Missouri.
Would you be interested in going there?
Oh yeah. They
Seems
like I've gotten like I've asked them for like what workouts they do, what's the drills
Oh,
like.
that's
So
awesome.
it's like I definitely would want to go visit there, and then I plan on going to see a few games there. And then they're coming to Illinois for a scrimmage, I think November 2nd. So I'm definitely gonna go watch that. But then I also have like stuff with softball too, like so that's always still a thought and stuff. And I don't know, so I don't really have any major decisions yet. But it's no, it's okay. But the thing is that softball and football are both in spring.
Yeah, so that was the thing that, because I know I've talked to a handful of coaches from schools that I'm interested in playing football at. It is a possibility for me, because I also do track and field, I throw discus,
Yeah.
to play football in the fall, and then come springtime I can also do disc. But are
Yeah.
you not able to do that because they're both
I mean-
simultaneous? Because is it a different time in college? Like, is the season?
Yeah, so the season in college is in spring,
Okay.
while ours is in fall. So a lot of the East or West Coast schools have flag football in spring. So like California and all those
Yeah.
places. So it's kind of just more like the Midwest and some of the East Coast that has it in the fall, the flag seasons. So I'm sure some way I would be able to make it work, like possibly. Obviously, you'd have to talk between the coaches, and
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be like a student still as well, and that's always tough. So I'm not quite sure.
Have
No,
you been in
I have no.
contact with any of the coaches yet?
Yeah, I've talked to a few. Some like Benedictine, I know that coach. I played on one of her teams and stuff. So I've talked to a few coaches and stuff. And then with softball, I've been invited to a couple camps for those schools. So I haven't made any huge decisions yet because I'm still just trying to get more opportunities and things like that. But
if you could go pro, where would you go though?
wait, go pro.
Or not go pro. If you could go to any school, where would you go?
Either Kaiser in Florida or William Woods.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like my top 2 flag schools.
Okay.
We're going to change gears a little bit. We're going to do our little special segment of the day.
The fun
And I'm going to pass it to Allie. We're going to do the search history segment. So we're going to need you to get out your phone now. And Allie, you can take it from here.
This is why we told you to get your phone out prepared.
Okay.
Okay, first we're going to do TikTok.
Okay, TikTok.
What's your recent search history on TikTok?
All right. Let's see. Is Mahomes out of the season? Torn labrum in shoulder.
What is that? What's
It's like what I possibly
that what you
tore.
did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so I was just looking that up.
Okay.
Laminated eyebrows.
Okay.
I guess I don't know.
We'll do top 3 of them.
Okay. So I guess
Okay.
that one.
Let's go to Spotify. The 3 recent songs you've looked up.
Okay. Die with a Smile
Good.
with Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. I really enjoyed that. And
That's a good
then
one.
Vienna by Billy Joel.
That is one of the
I
greatest
just
songs
listened to that
ever.
song.
I know I'm off
I
screen.
love it.
One of the greatest songs ever made.
I was just listening to that the other day. It's so
Yeah.
good.
All right.
Okay. We'll do who's your number 1 best friend now?
Liz Panger.
Okay. And then we'll do last. How about Instagram?
Instagram? Okay.
Mhm.
I don't, let's see.
Got it.
Then Lane Tech Athletics,
Okay.
and then HTA Football, because they're coming out with like this team for flag football, like a travel team. So I was emailing or DMing him about it.
Love that.
But that's it.
That's
awesome.
That was an interesting one. Sorry. Anyway.
That was fun.
Anyways, move on.
So I know you're an involved athlete. You play softball. You play flag football.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you play, or is it just the 2 of those?
Well, now I just play those 2, but like I played basketball. The freshman year I played basketball.
Hooper.
With Allie.
you were good at basketball though.
I was good at defense.
I have to assume you played a guard position because
I think so.
You were
I
a
couldn't
guard
see you
defense.
playing power forward, playing center. Just a little,
Are you sure?
too vertically
A
challenged.
little too big. I don't know. I had hops though.
No, she had.
I did jump ball
You had
when
hops,
Jolie was
too.
out. I did jump ball, and I won
Yeah.
most of
That's
those.
hilarious.
No,
That
she
is
was
actually
really good at
hilarious.
basketball.
No, I literally won half of them, but sometimes
Yeah.
I'd hit it to the other team on accident. So
So you didn't win them.
Well-
You just touched the ball
No,
first.
yeah, well, I literally hit the ball like this way, and then the girl would
Mhm.
grab it and score.
Yeah.
But and then I played volleyball all throughout middle school, and then freshman and sophomore year.
And your twin sister still plays.
Yeah, she still plays
correct?
volleyball. Yes.
She on-
Twins,
she works-
and then
yeah.
behind the camera, we also have twins. So shouts out to
Yeah, twins
them.
everywhere.
Shout outs to twins. There's a lot of twins at this school.
Are you a member of any like clubs or anything outside of school,
Outside of school.
or not outside of school, like
They're in school.
affiliated with
Oh,
school,
okay.
best buddies, stuff like that?
Yeah.
Those have always been hard to like get to because
Yeah.
of sports, and then
Oh, yeah.
like playing year round is like I never had time. But I'm on the superintendent like student committee and like
What
the
is that?
principal's team. It's just like I don't know,
Is it
like
for
you can get
sports?
selected. Well, it's like people from like AP classes and like
Mhm.
stuff and like sports get chosen. And you go and do a meeting with the superintendent and talk
Yeah.
about like things you want to change with the school or like ideas and stuff. And then I'm on SALT with you
Mhm.
guys.
Yeah. This
And
is a soul team. Right
Last thing before we really start wrapping everything up. Considering that girls flag football is the newest IHSA sanctioned sport, what do you think that means for not only like women's sports as a whole, but what do you think? Like, where do you think it'll go from here? Where do you want to see flag football end up blossoming into?
Well, I think that this is a huge step because now it's on the West Coast, the East Coast, it's down south, and now it's in the Midwest. So I think as it keeps going throughout the United States and stuff, more, and I know that other countries also have flag because over the summer I went and I did a NFL flag tournament in Ohio, in Canton, Ohio. It was like the championship, like biggest tournament of the summer and stuff. And like Panama was there, Mexico, Canada, Japan, Ghana, I think.
Gee, I didn't-
That is,
I
did
didn't
not
realize that
know
we-
Australia, like we went into the international like little place that they had all those teams
Yeah.
and it we talk to all of them and stuff. So it's definitely growing. And I know that Alaska recently sanctioned it for their high school sports as well. So I think the biggest place I'd want to see flag football going is something like the WNBA, maybe, like how that
Like a
grew over time.
professional league.
Yeah, so
that'd be really cool to see.
yeah, and then like not even it doesn't even need to be just girls. Like I know a lot of guys play it too, and it's obviously now it's in the Olympics and stuff. So I think it could be like something bigger than like anyone would ever think in such a short time as well. And I think with that, it can just keep growing other women's sports as well.
Are you shooting for Olympics 2030? Wait, what's this year? 2028?
I mean,
dude, I see her in the
definitely,
Olympics.
Come on.
It's definitely
It's worth a
thought.
shot.
And when we were in Oregon, I got on some list for their junior team,
Oh,
like
that's
just like the
seriously
players to watch.
Congratulations.
I didn't end up going anywhere with that, but just like players to watch and stuff like that.
And as the bell rings, we unfortunately do have to bring this episode to a close. So once again, I got to thank our supporting cast, the folks behind the scenes, Aiden, Nadia, the freshman twins, Mr. Hone, Sully, and everyone else that has put time and energy into this, making it what it is. And most of all, thank you to you, the viewers, for tuning into another episode of the Roll Brook podcast. What's up?
Dubs
Thumbs up.
Thanks, guys.
It feels electric. Dubs up with my crew. Sports are so eclectic. Feels like dreams come true. Soccer feels a calling.